We're on our way to Carl Cox's studio down on the Mornington Peninsula in Victoria, Australia. It's really exciting.
He's a big Moog fan and he's been using Moog products for a while in his hybrid set.
So yeah, we're going to go ask him some questions and have a good time, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like I said, once you find yourself somewhere, and then you get into it, and then it's like, then you're on your journey. It's a discovery machine. There's no way you can wake up in the morning and go, right, I'm going to create that. Yeah. You know what I mean? Right, I've got it.
Well, you've got so much freedom, you know.
I think that's what's the glory of it. That's what it's all about. I mean, some people want instant gratification, and they want the resets. They want all the presets and go, okay, that does that, that does that. That doesn't do that. You have to create your own presets in some ways and keep recording it. It's a little bit, it takes a bit longer, the process of all of that, but I think you get more gratification from it.
It almost sounds like you had a lot of fun being able to just sort of get lost in not knowing how it works and figuring it out yourself.
The thing is, most of music being made these days, the things that you're not expecting are happy accidents. Are things that you didn't expect at all that happen. You know, sometimes we switch the machines off and you get this, wah! Yeah. Did you record that? Where did that come from? You know, we have no idea. And we go, we didn't record it. It's like, because we never found it. But if for some reason, if it was recorded and it did that, that's your sound. You know, sometimes we can sit here all day long and create kind of elements of new sound creation. But then that could take a long time too, to think if it's any good, whatever. But certainly this here, I think every household should have one. Whether you like, you know, these machines or not, I think you should have one. Because, you know, if you're bored in the kitchen or whatever, and there's hours of fun, hours and hours of discovery. Yeah. And that's why I think that's what's so amazing about the Labyrinth is, you know, as soon as we plugged it in, as soon as we got on it, I just looked at I think we got to get one of these.
Yeah. Obviously, this is a new device that you've incorporated into your live show, and it's becoming quite central. We brought it to LA, Austin, and Mexico a month ago. That first time you used it, how'd you feel? Those shows?
Yeah, it was probably the most used module that I've ever used on a live show, which is really awesome. And like I said, if you just use the DFM and the Labyrinth together, your whole world opens up in the sense of creation again, you know, because this machine, you have to work the DFM, you have to get it, you have to move things around for it to really, you know, to get something really back from it. So basically from the beginning, the idea really was to create Carl Cox sound of live electronic music and get people used to the idea that I'm not going to be playing your favorite Christmas records, because the idea really is to move away from that into a new realm of art of live performance. And also what you're not expecting from it. You know, there's way too many DJs now with a USB stick that can put it in the CD players and create their sets of their music, which is absolutely fine. But this doesn't allow you to do that. You have to give people something special from what they're not expecting. What's been blowing people's minds is that when I do actually go onto just the machines and whatever comes out, they get their phones out to Shazam it. Yeah. And it's undefined. It doesn't exist. It's not pre-programmed in any way, shape or form. A lot of people think it's pre-programmed, and it definitely isn't. You can't pre-program that. So channel 1 kick drum channel, on the push we have all different types of kick drums. There's all different types of energy of kicks which we have on channel 1. And it only come up on there. So when I saw earlier, I was able to basically drop the channel. You got the drum machine on channel 2, so I'm able to utilize anything that's on the channel here, whether it be congas, claps, whether it be hi-hat rides, and whatever program through here, just ride a groove of drums. And we have channel for all the modules, the synths, which is on one channel. I think it's on 5. Here. It's on 5. And if I'm running the drums, I can literally just basically drop the kick drum and then manipulate anything that's happening out with the drum machines. And then on here, we have like a deck left and right. So anything that we have on Ableton, which is anything to do my tracks or my music, is on decks 1 and 2. And then we have the Moog. We can have all those channels all working together, but everything is kind of like organized through volumes. We'll put it the Avalon or 303, so that's all, whatever's coming out of this alone is which I'll manipulate as well. So you can have them all up like that, but all organized by volume, so therefore nothing's basically beating over each other. And as soon as I hit the button, and then everything's running in that way.
Yeah, we're just incorporating the Sub 37 as because you wanted to have a bit of keyboard action.
You know, if I'm going to go fully live, I can actually play elements of bass lines and string arrangements on this. This keyboard is literally 10 years old now. It must be about 10 years old.
Yeah.
And it still is an incredible thing to have in the arsenal of what we're using. And there's still so much to discover on the Sub 37 as well, still today. So it's nice to be able to incorporate a live element keyboard amongst everything that we're using at the moment. This kind of idea of being able to put all these things together and to perform my music from that point is the reason why I'm doing it now. Now that we're doing kind of more or less standalone shows with Carl Cox going live, or myself going live, it kind of pushes me to kind of be creative enough to be able to go in front of an audience and go, okay, check this out.
And I feel that you're really like highlighting this with the label, and like this focus on the like live performance as an instrument. I guess it's so cool to see.
I mean, I could live off my legacy of what got me here, but I think that this, for me now, is what I believe I should be doing to turn a corner now of my performances. I'm highlighting a live stage at Ultra Music Festival for next year in Miami with a lot of my peers and also some of our artists performing the whole day, just live DJs who are performing for us. And so that's going to be the first time in history where a mega stage area for Ultra, especially after 25 years, that each artist is absolutely performing live. So that includes Richie Hawtin, it includes Dubfire, it includes Christopher Coe. We're going to do a back-to-back to begin with.
The show's called Evolution for obvious reasons, because it is an evolution for you in lots of ways, isn't it?
Yeah.
But also, what can people expect? Because you're playing the entire venue as an instrument out of this, in a way, because we're actually taking all of the data via and converting it into OSC and sending that to the front of house, which will be triggering lasers, lights and visuals. So when Carl does this, or does this, or whoosh whoosh, that will be mapped to some element of the show. So actually Carl is not only playing this entire setup as an instrument, but he's actually, hopefully, and that's what we're working on, playing the entire venue.
The idea really is to just pump the shit up. Just pump it up, and then really give it to them. And so that's why we've come to this kind of conclusion of where we are and why I really feel the necessity and the need to do it. And when you have machines like the Labyrinth that comes along, that excites me even more to continue doing this.